Okay, on this one, we're supposed to solve this equation. And we're going to down, and I'm going to change these to x's because my s's look like 5s, and so that'll mess up. And you know, the computer will never know what letter I use. Just in the end, I got to find the numbers, right? So I'm just going to change them all to x's. So here we go. So it'll be a little easier to see what's happening because of my sloppy writing. Equals there. All right. So it's 6x over x squared minus 49, 2 over x minus 7, 1 over x plus 1. Oh, actually, you know what? The first step, I should have just done it right there. I'll mention it here. Step 1. So, so what we're talking about fractions with an equal sign. Fractions with an equal sign. Step 1 is to factor denominators. So right here, that one I should have factored from the beginning. So let me do that. So that one needs to be factored. And how do you factor it? So multiply. Remember those? X squared 49. So it's going to be 2 parentheses. Let me just keep the same color. And extend the bar here. So 2 parentheses. And it's going to be x's in the front to multiply to be x squared. 7's in the back. 7 times 7 is 49. Now, how do you make negative 49? 1 positive, 1 negative. Right? Positive 7. Oops. Positive 7 times negative 7 is negative 49. So that's step 1. Factor denoms. Okay. Step number 2 is multiply all the terms. Oops, it's scribbly there. Left and right by the LCD of 1. And what is the LCD? 1 of each type of item under a bar. In other words, no repeats. Right? 1 of each type of item under a bar. So what do we have under the bar? We have, notice, an x plus 7 and an x minus 7, and then a repeat x minus 7 and a repeat x plus 7. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to squeeze this in here. I'm going to have to move this over a little bit. Got a little bigger than I was expecting. So I'll go put a plus sign here. 2 over x minus 7. And an equal sign and a 1 over x plus 7. Okay. So anyway, here we go. LCD over 1. So it's going to be x plus 7 times x minus 7 over 1. X plus 7 times x minus 7 over 1. X plus 7, x minus 7 over 1. Does that make sense? That's the LCD, the common denominator, because that's 1 of each type of item that's under the bars. No repeats, though. All right, let me get to there. Let me put in the wall of separation here so we're just clear, left side, right side. That's where the equal sign is. Okay, so now we're going to cross cancel. We're going to cross cancel on step 2. Cancel all denominators. That's the purpose. We don't like fractions, right? Fractions are a pain. We want to get rid of them. We're going to cancel all the denominators. Here we go. X plus 7, x plus 7, x minus 7, x minus 7. It's gone. What's left here? Just 6x. Very nice. Plus, we don't care about the ones. X minus 7, x minus 7. What's left here? 2 and x plus 7 equals, what's that? X plus 7, x plus 7, 1 and x minus 7. Much, much nicer, isn't it? Once you get rid of all the denominators, it's no more fractions. Super big improvements. What do we got? Let's clean this up. So just multiply here. 2x plus 14. Multiply here, doesn't do anything. 1 times x, and 1 times 7 just is x minus 7. Okay, and then now basically step 4, just solve for x. Oh, well, let me be a little more clear than that. First off, x is on the here. Let me try again. To be more clear, step 4. X's on the same side, just add or subtract. So these two x's on the same side will make 8x, right? So we do that first off. And then step number 5, x's on opposite sides do the opposite. Do the opposite of one of them to both sides. So I usually go to the lower one. So I'll go minus x, minus x. So do you see that right there? So these x's on opposite sides, you do the opposite of one of them to both sides. So I did the opposite of the regular x by doing minus x. I did it to both sides. Okay, so what does that leave us? Well, 8x minus x is 7x, right? Because this is really 1x plus 14 equals, and then these cancel, and we just have the minus 7. So you see how we handle that? Let's make sure that's really clear. So x is on the same side, just add or subtract, right? These two x's right here, 6x and 2x just made 8x. They're on the same side. But then x is on the opposite. So it's all about, see, here's the equal sign in the middle. That's why I put that wall, just to make sure you're visually dialed in. That's the separation, left side, right side. So this is the wall right here, separating the left side from the right side. So what do we do when we have an x is on opposite sides? We do the opposite of one to get rid of it. We basically get rid of it. You got to do it to both sides. You have to keep the balance. So now it's easier, right? Now step 6, just solve for x now. You know how to do this, right? At this point, let's bring the wall down here. Now we just go, oh, okay, piece of cake. X is over here saying, I want to be alone. Right here he is on the left side. I want to be alone. So what does it mean? Get rid of that 14. Get rid of that 7 so that I can be alone. Okay. Let's start with 14. Get rid of the 14. Boom, boom. Here it is. Bring down the 6x. I'm sorry, the 7x. And then these two make minus 21. Just use your calculator if you're not sure. And then last step, to finish getting x alone, just divide by 7. Boom, x equals -3. There's our answer, -3. So yeah, so we only got one answer, and that's the answer. So let's recap. There's a lot of steps there. What happened there? Well, from the beginning, step 1 was to factor the denominators. I had to factor that x squared minus 49 to be x plus 7x minus 7. And then I had to multiply all the terms by the LCD over 1. LCD is one of each type of item that's under the bar, no repeats. So it was x plus 7x minus 7 over 1, all 3 times. And then cancel your denominators, and we got to this. And we just multiplied through, and the x is on the same side, add. X is on opposite sides, do the opposite of one of them to get rid of it. And then we just got x alone. And there we go.